everybody. Arthur Arkush here for ChicagoFootball.com, along with our senior Bears beat reporter Kevin Fishbain, our senior NFL reporter Arthur Arkush. We're going to get you ready for the Denver Broncos coming to town on Sunday. And Kevin, obviously there's only one story we can start with. Peyton Manning will miss his first start of the season. Brock Osweiler will get the first start of his NFL career.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing that it's turned like this, because talk about Brock Osweiler. As you said, first start ever against the guy who drafted him and John Fox and his offensive coordinator the past couple of years and Adam Gase, two people who know him very well. Certainly the Bears are going to downplay that part of it, and I think there's some things in Gary Kubiak's offense that are going to open up with someone like Brock Osweiler, who's athletic with a big arm. But it's going to be quite the storyline on Sunday to see that chess match.
Arthur, it's not the story since he's not playing, but it's all anybody's talking about nationally. I asked Gary Kubiak how difficult it was to sit down Peyton Manning, how difficult it's going to be to decide when to get him back in the lineup. He tried to downplay it, but you've got to know that it's an issue for the Broncos right now.
This is a guy who doesn't like to relinquish practice reps, much less his first start of the season and his first missed start of his career, minus that 2011 season. So Manning is one of the ultimate competitors, and it's a shame. It was such a crazy juxtaposition to watch him set that record early Sunday and then have it end the way it did. So you just have to hope that's not the end of his career, because it's been a lot of fun to watch, a real joy for most of us.
Kevin, Demaryius Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders are going to be the best pair of receivers the Bears have seen this year. The secondary hasn't seen anything quite like this. We don't know how good Osweiler is going to be, but he can get the ball out. He's a big, tough arm. Obviously, the Bears have to be careful not thinking about Manning and realize that this is still a fairly potent, potentially potent Denver offense.
Yeah, I mean, the Bears secondary has played well the past couple of weeks, especially late in the games. But remember, this is a secondary gave up some big plays late in the losses to Minnesota and Detroit. Demaryius Thomas, a very tough cover, only one touchdown this year, but is that because of Peyton Manning's struggles? Emmanuel Sanders is going to be really difficult in the slot if he's going against undrafted rookie Bryce Callahan. So that's something to watch. And of course, Vernon Davis, another player who has been slow since he's got to Denver, but I imagine he's just working his way up to getting to full speed and being able to attack the seam.
And like they did when Adam Gase and John Fox were there, the Broncos would like to live on their running game. It's been extremely sporadic this year, Arthur. The offensive line is basically all backups due to injury. So the real matchup here is that Denver defense, number one in the league, versus the Bears offense. And this is where there are Pro Bowlers at every level. Gary Kubiak did tell us, I was surprised he told us this early, DeMarcus Ware probably won't go, but the rest of them are all out there.
Yeah, they've still got plenty that the Bears have to worry about. Obviously, it starts with Von Miller on the edge. They've got the rookie Shane Ray, the second-year player Shaq Barrett, who's come on strong. And like you said, it's at all three levels of the defense. The secondary, star-studded, 3 Pro Bowl caliber cornerbacks, a hard-hitting safety in T.J. Ward, and of course the coordinator, the ringleader, Wade Phillips, who will throw some things at Jay Cutler that he has not seen. He's known for his aggressiveness.
Well, and Arthur just mentioned those corners. We got to talk about the starters. Of course, Aqib Talib and Chris Harris Jr., both all-pros. Again, the Bears haven't seen a pair of corners like this year, and once again this week, Alshon Jeffrey limited in practice. As good as Jay Cutler has been, you can't take away all his weapons. He can't beat this defense with 2 tight ends.
Yeah, and these guys are going to find a way to get open. And, the fact that Eddie Royal's still hurt and we don't expect him to play is going to be tough, because he's someone that can get open better than maybe a Marquise Wilson or Josh Bellamy or Mark Mariani. So this is going to be a big game for Ray Martellus Bennett, because T.J. Ward, very good in the box, not good in coverage. So is that something they could take advantage of? Zach Miller, can he continue on the rise? And then if they get Matt Forte back and Jeremy Langford, being able to use the two of them. So the Bears will be able to move the ball up against just about everybody, but this is a defense unlike any they've faced.
Well, and finally, Arthur, this Bears offensive line rebuilt, doing a nice job. They haven't seen a pass rush like this yet. We thought they would in St. Louis. Long didn't play. Quinn was limited. These guys are going to come after him all day long.
A huge test, and obviously we mentioned Von Miller. Watching him go against Kyle Long will be 2 of the most gifted athletes in the league going head-to-head. That'll be a ton of fun, but guys like Malik Jackson, Derek Wolfe don't get as much credit along the offensive line, but they will certainly give the Bears interior that has been reshuffled in recent weeks all it can handle.
Interesting, I talked to Von Miller, and he pointed out Malik Jackson and Derek Wolfe, the 2 guys making it easier inside for everybody who plays on the outside. Special teams, nothing remarkable. The weather report, the first cold weather game of the year. It could be in the high 20s at Soldier Field, taking you right up to kickoff for all the best preview and all the best coverage afterwards. Stay right where you're at ChicagoFootball.com 24/7.